Hello, everybody. This is second grade virtually. I hope you're having a great day so far. It has been really busy here. So I've been off for a few days from recording, but I'm back now and hoping to get back into the swing of things. One of the things I wanted to share today was the book reports. Yes, we do book reports virtually as well. And I love book reports because you can get so much good information about students from book reports. So, this is something, a lot of teachers I work with now, they don't do this and they don't enjoy these, but I love these on so many different levels. I love seeing book reports on so many different levels. Um, you get work samples, you see creativity, you can see organization, in thinking and planning and excuse me, they teach so many wonderful things. So something I wanted to share with you was through my Teachers Pay Teacher account, my store, and I'll throw the link in the chat box. I'm sorry, in the comments section down below, but I do have this as a something in my store for every single grade K through 5. But it's 9 months of book reports. So basically, you don't have to do any work here. You don't have a lot of work to do. You will have to do some kind of planning in your classroom as far as how to distribute this and how you want your students to go ahead and present this. But the work is done. The planning is done for you in these book reports. So I pulled up the one for second grade just to give you an overview about what it is. And it goes ahead and explains about what the book reports are for you, and how I use them in my classroom. So I tend to pick the genre of book. And for the most part, you'll see it on the month that I have which genre I usually use for that. I use these also if you do book it in the classroom. I use these for book it, so this is how I give my reward out is they have this project to complete, and if they complete it, then they get their book it as well. This is one of the sample form letters you can send home to your parents. You can use this, or you can always copy and paste it into a Word document to tweak it as you would like to. So, but there's a couple form letters in there, and then we go into the different book reports. So as you can see, if we're looking at January, it's a diorama, and this was always one of my favorites to do when I was in school. So, and I know the students love doing these. And I love seeing their creativity because oftentimes we don't always see their creativity come through. It gets kind of stifled in education in the classroom because they have to follow that set that they need to do. So this allows them a little bit of creativity. And I know some of my students at first, they kind of freak out a little bit because it is a little open and they want a little bit more direction. So you can offer direction as needed for those kids, but I try to kind of wean them away from that and get them to where they're making the decisions about this and this becomes their project. So as you can see in my directions, I have what kind of book I direct my students to read. And of course, you can change this if you would like to. But these are just the different types of books that I try to direct my students to read to make sure that they're reading a variety of books. Then as we go on, there's a more printer-friendly version in these. And then there's this forms for the summary. And then I also will have some rubrics in there. And again, there's printer-friendly forms in there. And we move on to the paper bag. So this is the February one. So it's up to you with how you would like to do this. The way that I usually present these in class is they'll get assigned at the beginning of the month. And the student will have a set date towards the end of the month that they'll need to complete it by. And then I allow them time in the virtual classroom to present it. So when I was in a traditional brick and mortar class, I would set aside usually 15 to 20 minutes a day. And I know it's hard because we are hard pressed for time, but the kids love getting up there and sharing their work. And they would share it. Most of the time they would just read from the summary. They would tell a little bit about it. And then I would allow for student questions. So the students could ask, how they created things, their favorite characters from the books, different questions like that. And I would try to prompt them. They would hear my questions as I modeled them the first few months, and they would kind of start asking those questions as we went on. So it was kind of neat to see them picking up on those questions, to ask questions about the books to see if it was maybe a good book for them to read too. Okay, so that is all I wanted to show you today. I hope that you enjoy this. I do love book reports in the classroom on so many different levels. I know I'm a math teacher, but I still love doing book reports in the classroom. We do this during a homeroom time session. But this can be done as an ELA category as well. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe below, and check out my store over on Teacher Pay Teacher. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.